Following the Ford government's criticism of supervised drug consumption sites and its decision to close a number of them across the province, a Hamilton woman who has a very personal experience with drug abuse and addiction believes these sites save lives. Eric Viano joins us live in studio with more on this. Eric.
Matt, Dawn Fraser was introduced to drugs at a very early age. As she got older, she started using harder drugs to cope with the pain of her past until October 2021, when she died of an overdose at the age of 37. I sat down with her mother today, who now wants to tell her daughter's story in hopes that she can erase the stigma and prevent others from meeting the same tragic end. And a caution, some of the details in this story are upsetting.
She was kind, she was sweet, she was loving, she loved animals, she loved Mariah Carey, she loved to dance.
Angela Telford looks at pictures of her daughter Crystal, remembering her as a compassionate and happy person, not a drug addict.
Before the addiction, she was happy and healthy, always smiling, always laughing, always buying people gifts, and she was so sweet.
Crystal was introduced to drugs for the first time when she was 10 years old.
She was molested at a young age, and the person used drugs and alcohol to perpetrate sexually abusing her.
Crystal struggled with depression following this, eventually turning to hard drugs to numb the pain. And as the years went by, Crystal fell into homelessness. Angela tried her best to support her daughter, but it was getting harder.
At the end, it had the biggest hold on her. It was everything to her.
Angela says people told her to give up.
They were telling me to just walk away and leave her alone. Sorry.
It's okay.
But when Crystal ended up in jail and her behavior was starting to become more problematic, Angela had no choice.
She threatened to kill me, and she assaulted me. So I did step away, but I planned to go back. And then I found out that she was dead, so it was too late.
Now, Angela wants to erase the stigma attached to addiction and homelessness, saying her daughter was not defined by her addiction.
The public always having that stigma against drug addicts. They call them crackheads, and it drives me crazy. They don't need our criticism or our sarcasm or calling them names or anything like that. They actually need people to jump in and help them.
Angela believes counseling and supports like safe injection sites can save lives.
My daughter was found on the street outside of a restaurant. So if she would have had a place to use so that they could have checked for fentanyl, she'd still be here.
From January 1st to August 11th of this year, Hamilton Paramedic Services responded to 450 incidents related to suspected opioid overdoses. While from January to July of this year, Niagara paramedics responded to 486 suspected opioid overdoses. Now, Angela is not only encouraging people to not give up on those around them experiencing addiction, but encouraging those dealing with it themselves to keep going.
Keep trying to get help. Keep talking about what's hurting you. Please go to the safe injection sites if they're around you. Try to find a good doctor. And don't give up.
This Saturday is Overdose Awareness Day. A march is being held by the organization Moms Stop the Harm in St. Catharines, the same city where Crystal died. Back to you.